Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad with Sunday Reflections. On this Sunday, just a day that on Sundays I like to do nothing. Let my hair down, relax, eat some food, take some naps. Take my dog on leisurely walks in the frozen tundra, that kind of thing. Just relax and get ready for the week. And throughout the week, that's when I work. That's when I do my thing. That's when we mostly work. It's where we work and do stuff, right? That's the point. And of course, Friday is recuperation day and possibly shopping. Usually it's recuperation day. It's congratulations, you've survived the week. Welcome to the weekend. Saturday is wash your ass day and do laundry day and maybe go shopping. I did not. I spent this whole weekend inside, so I like that. Well, inside, not here. I didn't go nowhere. I didn't drive, and I liked that. That was good. But as a reflection upon the week and the weekend, I come to realize that a lot of things. Because I love intel. I'm always gathering intel and always trying to figure out what's going on and, try to get ahead of things. And, it's just, it's just too much sometimes. It really is. And a lot of things turn out to be nothing burgers, which makes me want to eat a cheeseburger now. But oddly enough, I can't really be concerned with this and that. All I can do is wait. That's all I can do. I can wait. And for the most part, that's what we do. We wait. And when nothing happens, nothing happens. And that's okay. That's okay. But it's kind of a stressful way to live, isn't it? Where you're always watching the news, always trying to get that intel dump, of what's going on over there or over here. And, some things, yeah. Oh, man, like the convoys. Yeah. Hell yeah, let's do it. That's great news. Great to see. But when things are just kind of smoldering, they're on the verge of possibilities, and this could go this way and this could go that way. It's not. How's that going to affect me? I mean, it's really not. I'm going to continue to work and continue to prep and train and do what I have to do to be ready for my 5 seconds of fame. That's it. That's all we can do. Can I get active in my community? Sure, absolutely. We all do that to a certain extent. But as a most part, we're preoccupied at the time, living and working and trying to, use our energies to better ourselves and to better our position. It's always about bettering my position. But also, old age is like, well, guess what? You're old and crusty now. You're going to have to relax a little bit sometimes. And that relaxing, not only the body, but the mind. And not going anywhere, not looking at what the latest threat level is going to be in Zimbabwe, or why monkeys are crashing on in Pennsylvania streets, and why vodka and spicy mustard are all the rage nowadays. I can't be troubled with that. I mean, it's okay. I get it. It's an issue. It's a world issue. But that's the thing about the age of information. Now we get to see everything. And there lies the problem. We know it's been weaponized. It has been weaponized against us. And it's not that it's a lie. It could be a lie. It could be a lie that I'm listening to. Or it could just be a possibility that's being presented, which, is looking for a desirable outcome in my psyche, in my actions, But you got to stay the course. That's what I'm saying. Stay the course. That's what I'm learning from this week. Stay the course and set my goals and meet my goals. And those are my long-term goals. The big ticket items, the training. The training. Looking at places to go for training, and what can I do here to train. That's always a thing. Training the mind, the body, and the soul, if you will, and the knowledge, getting that knowledge, But I'm just one person, and so in reflection, obviously from Prepper Tribe's live, it did get me to thinking. Usually I'm very standoffish about meeting people, it could work. I dig it. What Hutch is doing, it's pretty neat. Yeah, and I must admit, I've been jaded in the past, because I did that. I was like, oh yeah, let's start a mag. Okay, great. Oh, you guys don't want to do shit. Great. What am I doing? It's that I know a guy mentality. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. And every time I would ask for, hey, can you teach some medical? Can you teach us some medical? We had a nurse, a very, very, very knowledgeable nurse, who's been doing it for years, and she's like, no. Okay, great. And of course, me, obviously, hey, y'all want to go to the range? No. You guys want to put on some gloves, and you guys want to, roll around on the mat? No. But I was that guy. They knew a guy. So they figured everything was okay. And maybe that's the way to go. Knowing someone. Just knowing that somebody's out there that could possibly help. Because that's what it is, right? It's all about hope. And having a plan. And having a support group when the shit goes down. After that, which you were well aware of, I lived in a freaking RV in the middle with no power, with 3 cats and a dog, in the middle of the winter in South Carolina. So it really got me to thinking, well, maybe I'll just not do that anymore. Puts a bad taste in your mouth, right? And so I'm watching deer frolic in the snow. That's great. But it did get me to thinking that, how many people do I really know that I could call upon to help? Now, here, 3 or 4. Outside of the States, 3 or 4, maybe. maybe, and that's a maybe. It's not something that we have actually discussed, but it is a possibility. So knowing that with a purposeful driven people together saying, okay, look, I know Shad is in Cleveland, and there we go. We can go here. We can figure out what's going on. I can Tintac. He's in Tennessee. I can go to Tennessee. I actually have people in Tennessee. I've got some family there. Obviously, I'm from there. Tennessee, baby. But it's still kind of risky for me to think that, but it is an option if you have to leave and you don't want to be a part of the mass exodus refugee status people that are going to be herded this way and herded that way. It's good to have some options. And you can always rebuild wherever you go in any situation. And many hands make light work. So that is good. And that is, I think that is good what's going on. And so what I'm just trying to say is that I'm open to the ideas for the most part. But I'm right now, I'm not going to open my home to people. I like my fortress of solitude quite nicely, by the way. Just me and my charity dog, and so that's it for now. I know that there will come a time, which that I have been approached here, that my help will be needed. I'm like, okay, all right, and it's kind of that. It's still that I know a guy mentality, but it's serious. I know a guy mentality. It's oh, you're a vet, you're a vet, you're a vet, you're a vet. Okay, well, I guess we're good. It's one of those things. And us vets have talked and be like, wow, okay, very well then. If that's what they want, that's what they want, and we can go about our lives and wait for the call. Okay, great. In the meantime, it's we're going to be the ones that are prepping and training, and while everybody else is living their lives. And if shift happens, whatever that shift may be, that we will respond, because that's what we do. We respond, and we figure out a plan and figure out what everybody's job and what everybody has to input into this. And we can at least talk. We can at least gather and talk, and go from there, which that's okay. I'm okay with that. I already know what's going to happen. So if that's how they want to do it here, then that's great. I know a guy mentality, and that's really big. In most places, that's really big. I know a guy, or I know a girl. I found out that's here as well. So knowing someone, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And having that connection, like, hey, what's up? Or get on the ham, or get on the CB, or there's a runner, or something of that nature. And having, reach out, emails, I would venture to think we start in our area, in our state, and for the most part, like I said, it's most of us already have this kind of support group already set up in our area. We just don't know it because we haven't talked to folks, but they know you, and they're going to seek you out if you're doing something. If you've got something going on and you're known as that guy or that girl, then people are going to, hey, I know a guy. Hey, remember me from junior high? I saved you from the bullies in the bathroom. Oh, okay, great. Hey, can I get some milk? Ah, all right. Well, fine. All right, what you got to trade? You never know what kind of connection you're going to have to people, and that's you'll see that from time to time, especially in this. But we all think that shift, because that's what we're talking about, a shift. It could not be. It could very well be something very, very more than we think, and instead of it being just WRO it could be something like a massive blizzard just knocks out power, which has happened, a drought, a famine. There's crazy things in the air that make people sick. The water is tainted, something. But having that option, and knowing somebody that could possibly help in that situation, that's good. And I support this, and definitely we'll look into that. I did in the beginning, with the name who cannot be mentioned. I, of course, was okay, sure, and I did it. I did that. I went in full in, made a cachet, and all this and that, and it's okay. Here's the location, and or here's the contact info that you can get to the location. I thought it was a pretty good idea, but I seen holes in it, obviously. But whichever way this goes and how this grows, I think it's still a good thing. So what I'm thinking of doing is having a cachet of my own, that I can just say, here you go. Go over there and get what you need. And that's what I'm thinking about. Because I'm very, very wary about giving myself to some cause that because I've done this a few times in my life, and I'm very loyal, and giving my all to the cause only to be shit on in the end. So I'm talking really shit on, like cutthroat shit, taking advantage of cutthroat. But that's the nature of it. If I help, I help. I'm helping to help. I'm not helping looking for something, and that's an event. It's, oh, you're stuck in the mud. There you go. Goodbye. Have a nice life. Oh, you need some food. Here you go. That kind of thing. That's different. A commitment needed for a long-term kind of thing. That's really that's a different story, and having I have to know who's to the left and to the right of me if I'm going into this, and who's behind me, because I'm going forward into the fray. That's what I am. Always have been. So I have to know what's going on back here. I have to know that I don't have to worry about the left or right or behind me. And that's what I'll fight for. So if you're to the left or to the right of me, hey, reach out, and we can go from there. If anything, you will have a place to get something you need. If you're en route or whatever, and then we can go from there. Or intel. Having said that, one of the most important things is going to be communication. How are we going to communicate in this network, this railroad? and how are the ways that it can be compromised? So, I mean, it's already compromised, in my opinion, to a certain extent, because we're talking about it on the interwebs. But that's okay. We can still correspond in secure ways to get shit done and figure things out. So, just trying to think about it and, put my thought into it. And later, I put my effort into it. Yeah. I don't foresee. I don't foresee it anytime soon, like, this turning into The Walking Dead or anything. And I'm sitting here on the walls of Alexandria with with my M1 Grand. I mean, I'm definitely going to have an axe, of course, but that goes without saying. But and hopefully I'll have my dog. But it's still life as we know it. Still society and life as we know it. Even though it is, we do see the signs. We see things that are bad omens, if you will. But we have to persevere over that, and not worry. Seriously, not worry about shit like that. Are we going to run out of meat? Well, okay, we might. It is a strong possibility. Are the shelves going to be bare? Well, it's a possibility. But we are a creative and very resourceful bunch of people, aren't we? Especially here in America. So I think that we can find a solution, because we are smart, we are intelligent, as a collective too. So I support this. I do. I support this. So it only makes sense. And who knows? Maybe the asteroid lands tonight. And now my air is unbreathable. I've got to go. So I don't know these things. Nobody. That's the thing, is nobody really knows. But having a contingency, a pace. We all talk about that pace, right? Preliminary. Primary, alternate, contingency, emergency, right? So, this works into it. I for one have for the longest time just thought, well, where can I go? Obviously I've got family and stuff like that that will need me, that would love to have me, and then so that has to be thought about too, factored in. How can I rely on someone who's going to have to put all their focus into their 80-year-old mom, that needs her medication. I mean, this is real shit. What about those kids? I can't ask Daddy to leave his family behind, grab his pew pew, and let's go forth and eradicate the threat. Although he probably would, just because. But that's what if he doesn't come back? What is mommy and kids going to do? Am I going to have to take care of kids and mommy? I mean, it takes a village. It takes a tribe. It does. I mean, I like that. I do. And it's just I got to think about it. I mean, there's a lot of things to think about. So just putting it out there. I dig it. There are security concerns, of course. There's always a risk of meeting the wrong person. Corresponding with the wrong person. That you get catfished. So I mean, that's neither here nor there. But it is a possibility. So how do we vet that? How do we vet these people? How do we vet each other? And what if I am your only hope, and you fucking hate my guts? Are you gonna swallow your pride and do as I say? Probably not. But you might. You might. I've had to before in the past. I don't know. I don't know. It's just some things to think about. Definitely. But I wouldn't mind meeting some folks. I wouldn't be above and beyond that. As long as it's cordial, and it's a deliberate thing, where we're setting up some type of contingency. But I'm not going to be putting people on my couch in my home. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. But having a contingency and knowing a guy, knowing folks, that's okay. That's okay, I think. So, yeah. In reflection of all this, I think it works out. I really do. So, that's basically the really big thing I got out of it all. This work. Oh, and that I'm a badass at work. And that's cool. And I'm digging it. So right on. So there we go. Emails. I've got some emails here. I'll leave my email in the description. In the description. And then of course I have a post office box. So that's how it starts. That's how it starts. Don't expect me to welcome you with open arms at first. I mean, that's just the way it is. I do subscribe to universal brotherhood and sisterhood, but I still gotta be careful nowadays. So that has been my Sunday reflections. And I hope all is well and we are well rested for the week and ready to get shit done. So this has been Mad Shad, encouraging you all to continue to train, continue to prep, because we all know it's a mad, mad world out there.